If you are having urinary incontinence problem, this video is for you. Among women after 40 years of age, 40% of them will have urinary stress incontinence. This is a high rate. It is a really bothering problem for women. So women who give birth or who smokes will have this complaint more than the other women, but still if you didn't give vaginal birth, you may complain about the urinary incontinence. So urinary incontinence treatment is very challenging for doctors because we treat patients, we have them in the hospital, we do very invasive treatments and we say that it is very effective. The result is 70% successful. So 30% of them will still continue their urinary incontinence problem. And also, maybe you heard about it, FDA banned the usage of mesh products for women in their stress urinary incontinence problem because it has very serious side effects. It may cause you dyspareunia, that you cannot able to have sex after a urinary incontinence surgery, urine a couple of times a day, and you had surgery for it, and then you cannot able to have sex. It is catastrophic. The meshes are banned by the FDA, but still doctors explain women that there is this risk, and if you accept it, why not? I can do that. They place the mesh TOT or TBT products to women for the stress urinary incontinence, and more than half of the treated patients still complain about the urinary incontinence itself or the product which is used, the mesh product. They might have bleeding, they might have hematoma during the procedure, which is very difficult to cope with. But be positive. I have a very good news for you. There is a very good and easy, minimal side effect, affordable, efficient, effective, easy, reversible procedure we do in our clinic for treatment of the stress urinary incontinence. You will only come 15 minutes and we do the procedure under local anesthesia, and then you will leave the clinic for enjoying Istanbul, for sightseeing. It is so easy. So its name is threads placement in the vagina, Aptos intimate threads placement in the vagina to treat the stress urinary incontinence. I am the first doctor in Istanbul who performed this procedure, and also I am one of the women who had this procedure to treat the stress urinary incontinence. Yes, I have the Aptos threads insertion for myself to treat my stress urinary incontinence. Aptos threads, you might have heard about Aptos threads, like they put it on the face. So Aptos now make a very good product which is called Aptos Intimate, which is for the genital area, for the vagina. The product composition is polylactic acid caprolactone. So what does this mean? This is a biostimulating agent. So when you place it in the tissue, it produces the collagen, it produces the elastin, so that the flexibility of the urethra, the urethral mucosal quality will increase after we do the placement. And the good thing about Aptos Intimate threads, it is very easy to insert and you will not feel any pain at all, not during the procedure but after the procedure. No risk of bleeding, no risk of dyspareunia, no risk of having your sexual life end, no risk of rejection, and it is shown that 100% of women who had the Aptos threads have very positive results, like they have the stop of the urinary incontinence. Because it is reversible, a couple of years later, maybe 3 or 5 years later, or maybe 2 years later, it depends on your body, you might need a second insertion. But this is, as I say, this is very easy and it is not a problem to have another insertion. So if you are planning to have Aptos Intimate stress urinary incontinence treatment in our clinic, you will just only come 30 minutes to our clinic and that's all. After that, you can continue your daily life, you can enjoy Istanbul, you can travel to other cities from Istanbul, or you can travel back to your home from Istanbul. If you are planning to have the Aptos Intimate stress urinary incontinence treatment in our clinic, please get in touch with us. I promise you, your incontinence will resolve in that moment. If you have any question or would like to get in touch with us, please WhatsApp us or email us, and we will like to have you in our clinic and help you for the travel, for the entertainment in Istanbul, and for your hotel or transfer planning in Istanbul. My team will arrange everything for you. See you. All the best.